Hey there YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crazy Cat and today we're going to be drawing a dragon eye. Now before I get into the details of the drawing, I want to basically come and have a heart-to-heart with you as a viewer. I said I was going to be posting every day for Inktober in honor of my mother. Sadly, I wasn't too happy with the production of the videos that I was making. I knew I could do better and I wanted to do better, so I took a week off to round up a few things, mostly to do intros and music for the videos that I wouldn't get in trouble with, and to present you guys with a better quality of stuff that I can at the moment. Now I know that's not why most people watch stuff on YouTube, but I wanted to do better and I consider it a learning process. So we'll go through this journey together as my YouTube channel grows, as well as my editing and filming and drawing experience. I also realized that me drawing every day wasn't going to be a possibility for me, at least in the sense that I could draw every day and film it. But whatever I do draw and don't show you, I will show you at the end and have a little story to go along with all of them. But with that being said, this is usually how I do character development. I start with the eyes, even if it's an animal. It's just easy for me to go from there, just starting with that one main detail, because as we always say, the eyes are the windows to the soul. So I'm drawing a dragon today because my mom recently got into dragons, which was very odd for her. Not hating on my mom or anything, but she was not the fantasy type. Like, there was no Lord of the Rings for her. She didn't really get into it. She didn't really read fantasy books. She read mostly romance novels. Blech. And probably like biographies are probably the next best thing that she would ever read. That and mysteries. She had a thing for mysteries for some reason, but not fantasy. Unlike my dad and I could sit there and watch Lord of the Rings and talk about it for hours, but Mom, not so much. But I want to say the last couple of years of her life, she started to get into it. I think mostly because my brother and I are into it with my dad, and we bond over that, and maybe she wanted to be a part of it. I couldn't really tell you, but she got into Game of Thrones, I want to say, actually probably around the last season that they had. And unfortunately, we only got to watch the first couple of seasons together, and she really, really loved Daenerys. She didn't really like most of the action, she didn't really like the blood and gore, but she loved the dragons. She thought the dragons were an interesting take, and we had a conversation. I want to say it was like, well, what kind of dragon would you have? And I laughed. I said she'd probably have a red one because red's her favorite color. And then she's like, no, I don't think I would have a red one. I was like, really? You don't want a red dragon? She goes, no, because I want it to breathe fire, and red just seems very generic for a dragon. And she's like, look at Smaug from The Hobbit. He's a red dragon. I don't want that. I want something different. So I asked her, I said, what color dragon would you have? And she said, I'd be different. They would be black. And she said, he, specifically. And I was like, why a he? She said, because you always see these females having a strong role, and the females are always bigger and badder and more deadly. And she says, I want the underdog. I want a black male dragon. And I said, well, what color would the eyes be? Because usually that's the next thing people look at, is the color. It's the color of their scales, and then it's the eye color. She said he would have gold eyes. So that's what I drew here. And like I said, with character development, I always start with the eyes just to have that main detail. So a little foreshadowing here. I also do plan to draw a full dragon. I have never done that before. It's slightly intimidating just because they're not people. They don't have the same anatomy. There's not the same shapes. But as I learned in school, if you can get the main shapes down, you'll be able to draw it. So it won't be tomorrow. It probably won't even be the next day. But eventually, there will be a video of me drawing that dragon. Sadly, I didn't come up with a name for him. I need to do that. And if you've made it this far in the video, I would love to hear your ideas for its name. His name. I should be specific. His name. The underdog fire-breathing dragon. It doesn't have to be from Game of Thrones. It doesn't have to be from The Hobbit or anything like that. It could just be a simple made-up name. I would love to hear about it. Also, tell me your favorite fantasy animal, character, whatever you want down below. And I'm going to hush now and let you guys just relax, enjoy the cool music as I finish up this drawing. and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.